Congratulations, guys, from being obviously bitterly disappointed last week to now. What a switch. Crucial points aside, how much did you feel that you needed that win tonight?
Yeah, not so much the whole night, but just the first game. That's always a target for me, and I think I've lost the last 5, possibly 6 first rounds. I've been gone out, and I was still in the top 4, so I knew if I played half decent and took my chances, I'd pick up some points, and I did. Once I beat Chris, then I sort of relaxed a little bit.
You're looking pretty good for the playoffs now. Do you kind of keep your foot on the gas, keep fighting every week, or do you feel that you could play with a little bit less pressure on your shoulders now?
No, I would say it's a little bit less pressure, but I want to keep winning points, keep winning 10 grand every week. It's some good money up for grabs, so I'll turn up and I'll fight for every bit of it. But yeah, like I said, there's a little bit of ease pressure on myself, but I'll pull that back on myself next week because I want to win every game.
You mentioned it earlier that you thought the practice room was quite friendly at the moment. Now going into these weeks where you do want to pick up these crucial points, would you prefer it to be a lot less pally in the practice room, a bit more competitive? Is that the type of vibe that you feed off?
To be sure, it doesn't bother me. I'm pretty much like Luke Little. He's on his phone playing games. I'm pretty similar. I just keep myself to myself, but let the other boys bicker amongst themselves and wind each other up.
Look, one step away from winning in 2023. How much do you want it this time out?
Yeah, I lost to Michael in the final. I don't know if it was last year not last year, a couple of years ago. And yeah, it's probably the best I'd played in the Premier League and the best chance I'd had to win it. But I'm in some good form now, and if I can keep pushing forward and playing like I am, there's no reason why I can't win it this year.
Brilliant. Congratulations tonight.
No worries.
Gez, you touched on that form. Obviously, we've seen Luke being consistent, Michael up and down. Do you feel that you're the most consistent player in the world right now in terms of the levels that you're producing?
Yeah, I think I'm playing reasonably well. I think I'm more consistent than most. I'm just coming up against it. People are just playing out of their skin against me, and then in the way I say it, bombing the game next round. But I just keep plugging away and keep trying my best, and the wins will come like they did tonight.
The way the fixtures went tonight, by the time you played, you were outside the top 4. Is that extra pressure knowing that the others have won and leapfrogged you?
Yeah, of course it is. I wanted to stay in the top 4 today. Obviously, you want other results to go your way. Luke Little 4-0 up and then lose. I mean, you don't see that very often. I'm thinking, how's my luck going to go tonight? And that didn't bother me. I got through my game, which was the main priority for myself. And then another 2 wins after that.
Winning tonight, do you feel that you've now got 1 foot in the O2?
To be honest with you, no, because I know I've won 2 nights before and then lost 5 on a bounce. So I just need to, like I say, keep my foot on the gas, keep putting pressure on the boys that are behind me, and if I win 1 game next week, that's my priority. Then it keeps the pressure on them.
The way you're producing at the moment, these big ton-plus averages, game after game, it's just a nice reminder to everyone else that you are one of the very best in the world.
When I'm on my game, I am the best in the world. I don't care. Luke's as good as he is, Michael's as good as he is on his day, but if I play my A game, they don't beat me, and I think they know that as well. But, it's which one of me turns up.
Yes, thank you.
Because you mentioned last week the conditions weren't ideal there on Sky, but how proud are you of the way you've come out and let your darts do the talking and responded?
Yeah, exactly. I knew this week was going to be a lot better from last week, as in conditions and the environment, and it was. And don't get me wrong, when me and Chris came off, Chris said to me that it was a bit of a breeze today as well, which it was, but nowhere near what we had to put up with last week.
You look ultra relaxed up there. Is this the most you've enjoyed a Premier League campaign? You have the crowd obviously on your side tonight as well.
In 1 game. They're not always on my side, but it's nice to have them, especially in a final. I've been in games where they've been against me and it's tough, and it was tough for Luke, even though he did play really well today. They were against him at crucial times, and I've had that in the past, but it helped me a little bit.
It's been a fantastic start to the season for you. 3 Pro Tour titles, 3 nightly wins. How close to your top form do you feel you are?
Yeah, I'm not far away. I'm just a little bit inconsistent. I just need to get a few more wins under my belt, especially in Europeans. Because I am chasing ranking points. I'm down to number 12 in the world, and I want to get myself back up. I missed a load of events last year and the year before, and the boys that are above me that are not in Premier League are playing in absolutely everything. So the ranking is a little bit, unfair in a way, because you're missing loads of events to play in this sort of stuff. But I'm trying to play in as much as I can and get my ranking points back up. So it's a little bit of pressure on me.
Cheers.
Just to continue what Jay was saying, do you know that next level is there? We've seen you feel like you're back to where you want to be. But do you know that extra, that 1% you need more? Do you know it's there somewhere to find?
Yeah, I don't think it's all about me. You know, I'm playing out of my skin majority of the time, and then someone just has a freak game, and then I'm out of a tournament. You know, and then that's the way it goes. You just take it on the chin and move on.
Okay, when you talked about the success that you've had this year, what are you doing differently this year compared to last year that wasn't quite as successful in the first 4 months?
I just think I'm being more positive, and you know, just not being as negative and being down on myself, and you know, even if some weeks I'm not up for going away, just being positive and saying, oh, I'm enjoying it. When I speak to you guys, sometimes I might lie and just say I'm enjoying it, and I'm not, but I am actually enjoying it. Well, maybe.
You said that next week you're going to put the pressure back on yourself because you want to win. Do you need that pressure to perform your best game, whereas some other guys maybe don't want it and they just want to relax?
Yeah, sometimes it's good to have that added pressure because you perform. I think I perform a bit better sometimes when the pressure's on, but you know, I'd rather be at the top of the league and already qualified and no pressure on me. But like I said, sometimes it can help.
Just Gerwyn well done tonight. Thank you.
Gerwyn, you've been in a phenomenal form this year. 810 plus averages on tour, the most out of any player. Do you feel like you've almost been underestimated out of all the players in the league? I mean, you've won 3 nights as well and 3 Pro Tour titles.
No, I don't think so. I think everybody knows what I can do, and you know, if I turn up and play my A game, that's going to be a tough game for them. Don't get me wrong, some games I haven't been at my best and lost, but I don't think they underestimate me, and I think they know if I play my A game, then they're in for a good game.
And playing in the conditions you did last week in Rotterdam, did that motivate you more heading into tonight to go in and claim victory?
I don't think last week really matters. You know, I knew that this week was going to be a lot different, and so next week and every other week, and you know, I knew I needed to pick up some points, and you know, that's what I did.
Thank you.
Okay, obviously tonight moves you up to third in the table after it was 5 losses in a row. How do you feel that's got your confidence up? And also, you play Luke in the first match next week. How does that mindset change, knowing you beat him in the final tonight? Knowing
What do I play next week though? I did. So much I didn't really know, but
yeah, you ain't playing in the quarters next week.
oh, there we are. Then it's probably in his head a little bit more than mine now, but I don't think I'll matter to him. I think we'll have another good game. It'll be a tough game again. But if I play anywhere like I am, you know, over the last couple of weeks, then there's no reason why I can't win that game and win Birmingham as well.
And then, did you feel like there was like pressure off yourself in the semi-final and final tonight, knowing that you had those 2 points on the board, knowing that you were in the top 4?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my first game is always the toughest for me, and especially trying to get vital points. And once I'd got those 2, it was a little bit of less pressure on me, you know, especially with results going my way as well. So yeah, going into the semis and final, it was a lot less pressure than the first game.